Hey team, I'd like to talk a bit about this fantastic unit Estelle. But before I go further, I'd like to mention you can check out the information in the Tales of Crestoria wiki or in-game. Estelle is a SSR light staff type unit. Because of the elemental affinity system, her strength is her weakness and she'll deal 50% extra damage to dark units and take extra damage from them. She has clear weaknesses and excellent strengths. As such, she'll do normal damage to anyone that isn't dark. So Estelle at max stats will have 36,700 HP, 1,980 attack, and 2,700 defense. It may take a while to experience those kind of numbers, so what you'd most likely experience is something in between that, with your level 100 stats of 20,700 HP, 1,100 attack, and 1,500 defense. And that's still pretty respectable. If you somehow get 5 of her Memoria Stones awakened in her, you'll unlock her max skill, Preparation is Key, which will give staff-type allies 15% more max HP and light-type allies 10% more defense, which is an excellent skill. At the time of this recording, there's only Estelle who can benefit from both effects, while the targets for Effect 1, 7 including herself, Annis, Precocious Puppeteer, Elise, Never Apart, Estelle, Reading in the Flowers, Mikleo by Murmuring Brook, Estelle, Halloween Witch, Mikleo, Substitute Reindeer, and Forte, Cold-Blooded Wisdom. Targets for Effect 2, 13 including herself, Mila, Noble-Hearted, Kanata, Blade Swathed in Sin, Kor, Fledgling Somatic, Philia, Devoted Sage, Kanata, Bearer of Sin, Jude, Soul of Diligence, Estelle, Reading in the Flowers, Daos, Determined Gaze, Colette, This One Is, Kongwai, Twilight Incantations, Alicia, A Midday Respite, Sophie, Carols by Starlight, and Machina, Guileless Destroyer. While we're here, her Memoria Stone has the Essence 6 staff skill, with level 1 restores 30% more HP by staff type allies Mystic Arts, and max 60% more HP by staff type allies Mystic Arts, which is perfect for herself or any party members with Estelle in it. The max stats are 25,000 HP, 500 attack, and 500 defense. If you happen to pull 6 of these stones, that is. It's truly up to you if you want to go for something like this, but there's replacement stones that you can use to fill in for the stone in exchange. This applies to both getting the character skill and maxing out the Memoria Stone. Back to the character. Her arts. Her Mystic Art, Sacred Penance, has the overlimit cost of 210 and has 67% to 100% of her attack values at max. It does one hit and hits all enemies, and restores the HP of all allies by 20% to 45% of their max HP. You can increase the power of Mystic Arts by awakening, and at max awakening, you'll get the skill. Don't forget that. Art 1, Grand Chariots, has a 3-turn cooldown and does attack with the values of 124 to 160% of her attack, and does 6 to 7 hits at max. It targets one enemy. Fun fact, it's the Big Dipper. Art 2, First Aid, has a 4-turn cooldown and restores 27% to 55% of max HP at max. It targets one ally, and you can increase the power of Art 1 and or Art 2 by using Elemental Tomes and or Rainbow Tomes. And for her normal attack, it uses 100% of her attack value. It does one hit and it targets one enemy. In general, you cannot increase the power of normal attacks, but there are some characters who can through the Ascension board, which she can. Fully maxed Estelle Ascension board traits. Increase evasion rate by 9%, increase the amount of overlimit gauge filled when taking actions by 6, reduce the amount of damage taken by dark element enemies by 10%, increase HP recovery by 30%, increase the power of normal attacks by 7%. The reason why I didn't mention the HP, attack, or defense is because every character gets it, and that's not unique to Estelle. Because of this, Estelle reading in the Flowers ranks 3rd highest in HP with 36,700, 60th in attack with 1,980, and 34th in defense with 2,700, in a 3-way tie with Rita, Flash in the Twilight, and Acid Convivial Cruelty. So, back to her Mystic Art. Because the overlimit cost of her Sacred Penance is 210, she starts out taking 5 turns to hit 210, gaining 50 overlimit per action. After getting her overlimit passives from her Ascension board, she'll gain 6 more, making it 56 per action before any other modifiers. And the way you gain overlimit, gain 50 from a normal attack, Art 1 or Art 2. You gain 10 from critical hits. You gain 10 from elemental advantage. You gain 15 from landing a finishing blow. And you gain 15 from causing a break. So, to give you an idea of what it looks like to start off with her Mystic Art, it's 50, 100, 150, 200, 250. That's if you didn't get any other modifiers. If you did have to unlock her overlimit passive, it then changes to be 56, 112, 164, and 224. So, as you can see, it's getting smaller and smaller, so she's able to go from 5 turns to 4. And then there's other things that change as you go further and further. If you were attacking a dark enemy, if you were getting a critical hit, if you caused a break, or if she caused the finishing blow. I have to make sure to note this, that Estelle reading in the Flowers Mystic Art works a bit differently from other characters who perform healing mystic arts. Sacred Penance is an attack first, then a heal. Healing mystic arts heal first before anything else. So, if the targets have full HP, the party, you cannot heal them with arts or mystic art. So someone like Zelos, Love's Full, Love Balloon heals, then provide an attack boost. Because everyone has full HP, Zelos cannot activate his Mystic Art even if you just wanted the attack boost. You can't. It's both a heal and a buff, or it's nothing. At this moment, there are 4 characters who have a healing Mystic Art: Estelle, Halloween Witch, Zelos, Love's Full, Mila, Dashing Through the Sky, and Sharia, a New Year's Banquet. Something else makes Estelle a very strong unit is you can start the game with her just by selecting her from the beginning. This makes the early game a little bit tougher, but you'd be glad to have her on your team as she is a powerful healer and is frequently on the higher ends of Arena. She is a part of the permanent pool, so she can be randomly summoned without raid-ups with Gleamstones or tickets. The characters that are in the starting lineup as of this moment are always in the Crestoria pool, which the R, SR, and SSR tickets use. Here's some recommended Memoria Stones. Remember, you can get greater boosts up to 1.5 times stats if you match the element. I know I mentioned it before, but her Memoria Stone, it has the Essence skill, and as of this moment, there are no other Essence Stones. So, just to be sure, I'm going to mention again. So it can restore up to 30% to 60% more HP, and it's element matching, which is great for her. The Gift of Nature Stones restore HP based on max percent every turn, in which case, Mikleo by Murmuring Brook at max can restore 12% HP. This is a Gotcha Stone. On the other hand, Laphicet, a Dream-Held Deer, can restore up to 4% max HP every turn. This stone can be acquired from the Phantom Tower on floors 10 and floor 15. Assault allows you to start the battle with an overlimit gauge increase. It's pretty good if you're starting in the 5th or 6 slot, or you want to access your Mystic Art early in a raid. Alicia, a midday respite, allows light type units to start off with at max 80 more overlimit, while Chronos, power past perception, allows you to start with at max 70 overlimit. The difference between Alicia and Chronos is Alicia is a gacha's Memoria Stone, while Chronos can be earned from arena tickets. Haste increases your evasion rate, which is a powerful defensive tool. Colette, this one allows you to at max get 23% more evasion, and it's also element matching. This is a gacha stone. While Senel, Summer Treasure Hunt, at max allows you to get 13% evasion rate and is event stone, while Yuna, Enchanted Journalist, allows you to get the same 13%, but the difference is it's tradable. So if you trade a SR stone, you can get Yuna's stone. Invigorate skills allow you to increase your overlimit passively per turn. Keel, Bringer of Light, targets light type units and allows them at max to increase their overlimit by 21 per turn, which is excellent for Estelle, and you can earn this from light very hard raids and mania raids. Genus, Kendama Battler, allows you to increase at max by 17 per turn, and it's a gacha summon, but you're bound to have it over time. Mastery allows you to do more damage with your mystic arts. You want more attack with these kinds of stones. Kratos, Light of the Wilds, at max allows you to do 38% more damage with your mystic arts. It's also element matching. It has 1,700 attack and you can acquire it through the Phantom Tower exchange. While Natalia, Late Summer Sunflower, can also allow you to do 38% more damage, but it has 500 attack. It's an event stone, that's kind of what you get. The Onslaught stone increases your attack. There's a couple I can recommend, like Machina, Guileless Destroyer, which can increase your attack by up to 27%. It's a limited stone and it comes with 2,300 attack. Kanata, New Year's Mochi Panic, which can increase your attack by 18% and it has 1,600 attack. The difference between these two is the Machina stone is light, so it would be preferable, while Kanata's stone is dark. Spada, the Gale that cuts the sky, increases your attack also by 18% and is a guild summon, but it has the attack of 2,800 when maxed out. This is also a light stone, so it would be preferable, while Kanata, Bearer of Sin, has 15% to your attack and has 900 attack. The difference between these two, the Spada stone and the Kanata stone, Bearer of Sin, is you can trade for it. It also is light matching though, so you can work your way up to it. Reed, Lore of the Forest Fruit, also increases your attack by 15%. It also increases your attack by 900, but this is an event stone, which, you know, you take what you can get. And then there's Kanata, Blade, Swath, and Sin, which can increase your attack by 28% and has the attack of 1,250. This is also a light stone, so I just recommended several light stones and several budget options, so just choose what you have and work your way up to what's best for you. As for Safeguard, it increases your defense. I don't think you'd need more defense with her, but you might. Sophie, Carol by Starlight, can increase your defense by 27%. It's a gacha stone, it has 2,400 defense, and it's element matching. Marcella, A Flower for Him, can increase your defense by 15% at max and has 850 defense. It's tradable, so you can work your way up to it. Tech allows you to increase your crit rate. She doesn't do large damage, but every crit is one step closer to a mystic art. So you have Farah, Lure of the Forest Fruit, which can increase your crit rate by 14% at max. You have Ston, Energetic Soul, which can increase your crit rate by 16%. It's a gotcha stone and it's also in the Crestoria pool. In my opinion, it's too good for her. While Legretta, the quick shooter, is also in the same pool, it would allow you to increase your crit rate by 9%. And you're bound to have it, and it's also element matching. Torment increases your crit damage. If you land a critical hit, you'll do extra damage. Broken enemies will always grant the attacker a crit. Ion, Anise and Pals, to and fro. It's a light stone which would increase your crit damage by up to 85% at max and has the attack of 750. Patty, Summer Treasure Hunt, would be able to increase your crit damage by 95% and has the attack of 1200. These are both event stones. Hubert, Cunning Tactician, would be able to increase your crit damage by up to 80% and has 500 attack. You can get this from the Phantom Tower Exchange. Vague, Midsummer Siesta, would be able to increase your crit damage by up to 120%. It has 800 attack. It's a gotcha stone, and in my opinion, it's too good for her. Vigor would allow you to increase your max HP. Ruka, Panic Library Ruckus, would be able to increase your max HP by up to 18% and has 12,000 HP. While this is an event stone, it's pretty good. Vicious, the Spy's Pariah, allows you to increase your max HP by up to 15% and has 10,500 HP on it. This is a tradable stone. Vicious, Jig of Hot Lead, would allow you to increase your max HP by up to 24% and has 13,300 attack. This is a gotcha stone. The reason why I mentioned both of Vicious's stones is because Estelle may want more HP, which I doubt, but here you go. Weakness increases the damage to the break gauge. Remember, you want more attack. Mila, Noble-Hearted, at max allows you to get 48% more break gauge damage. It's element matching and has the most attack on one of these kinds of stones. Notched Gall, by any means, on the other hand, can give you up to 24% and is a gotcha stone also. They're both in the Crestoria pool and you're bound to have it. Out of all the R targets for Estelle, this one has the highest attack if you're trying to break and you want more attack. While I omitted Resist and Proof, you'd use what you need as you need it, in which case Resist gives status resistance and Proof reduces damage from status. Just choose what fits the situation. With this, I end the video. Viva Tails, and thank you.